Pickaxe.
Did you know that our Patreon is free? Yes, free! Absolutely 100% free! Patreon.com/castparty has a free tier available to show your support for the show, which also grants you access to our private community Discord. The cast and crew is a wholesomely aggressive community that hosts regular TTRPG games together, game nights, hangouts, and so much more. If you'd like some extra bonus goodies, however, like behind-the-scenes info, exclusive monthly one-shots, and even more fun, consider supporting the show with one of our paid tiers at patreon.com/castparty. Our Patreon allows us to continue bringing you the highest quality D&D content that we possibly can. But we are honored to be one of the few Patreons with a free tier option for those who want to show some love. So go on, get going. We'll see you on the Discord, patreon.com/castparty. Thank you all so much for listening. Good luck. Welcome back, everybody, to Nocturne, A Curse of Strahd Tale. My name is Ryan McManus, and I will be your director for today. You can find me running the Cast Party socials at Cast Party D&D or running my personals, Ryan.McManus. And I am joined today by my cast and crew, who just freed quite a bit of souls and finally uncovered the mysteries of the Durst family manor. Starting with Vince.
Hi, I was one of the people that did one of the things the last episode. I'm Vince Perino. I'm playing Theren, the Man of Hope and Retribution. You can find me at Jet and Pebbles.
And we have Sin.
Salutations, my name is Sin. I played Aasria, discovering courage in the face of fear, and definitely was never afraid that episode. You can find me on all my socials as sensationally.me, CIN instead of SEN.
And we have Christian.
Hey guys, I'm Christian. I play Tannis, a chain forged in blood. And you can find me on my socials at Captain Carlson. That's cpt.carlson on Instagram and captain.carlson on TikTok.
And I couldn't kill her off last time, but at least I tried. May.
Hello, everyone. I don't know why what I did
Depression. The depression in the voice.
Hello, everyone.
I don't know what I did to deserve this treatment from my DM, but I guess it's because my name is May and I'm playing Zielle, who is here to slay in every meaning of the word. I am May LaFay on Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. I feel like I should spell it because everyone's spelling it. It's Maelefay.
Spelling it's what the cool kids are doing these days.
Literacy rocks, May.
Finding the remains of the long-dead kids, the T-Bros looked closer for harm or broken ribs, but nothing physical occurred, at least to them, though the ends of their fingers were almost filed down, and then Tannis pointed to the door to find rake marks throughout. The children had starved. No one came to let them out. Zielle checked the dollhouse, while Aasria secured the bodies. Z found a secret staircase to where the cult likes to party. You all descended the stairs, some easier than others. Most of you could see, while Tannis became a bother. You found the family crypts and laid the children to rest, freeing their souls from this hellish mess. You all followed the chanting, leading you deeper in, descending the stairs and dropping you in to a reliquary of sorts, filled with artifacts and limbs. The rest of you waited while Theren went deeper in, all on his own, but boy did it work. He found a fancy gold ring and a weird stone mark, an illusion of sorts, and when he peeked his head through, the chanting stopped, but the ritual started anew. One must die, the hooded voices rang as you scrambled on in, but not before the timer sang. For no kill was made, so the being was summoned to sacrifice one of you and bathe the altar with blood and continue the cult, though the hooded figures disappeared, leaving you all to deal with the being of body parts and fear. Zielle was swallowed, Tannis and Theren started blasting, while Aasria made sure this fight wasn't lasting. Her friend was in danger, and she did what she must, finding the being's heart, and with one quick thrust, the child's heart exposed, she plunged her feral claws. The air grew still, while she clenched her jaw. The flesh mound dissipated, as the sacrificed souls were set free, but it was only for a moment till you all freezed. Everyone but Tannis, as Strahd himself came to be, introducing you all to Barovia and he. Remarks were exchanged between the two that could move, before Strahd invited you to dinner, and Tannis approved. But his final last words would test Tannis's sanity. Let's all meet for dinner, together, as a family.
Can I roll insight on that?
Sure.
Dirty 20.
His final words to you. Dinner. All together, as a family. As he looks specifically at you. You can tell that this phrase was meant for no one else but you. The invitation for dinner seemed to be cordial, an invitation for all. But as he got to the end of that sentence, he made it a point to look directly at you.
Tannis was initially planning to go down and try and see what everybody else was feeling, but if that's the conclusion that I come to, Tannis is gonna slink back and try and find some sort of like solid wall or something to press up against, and then just a heavy breathing starts to happen as a number of moments from his youth and from his young adult life flash through his brain as he's trying to piece this specificity together.
You all see Tannis in a slight bit of panic, a moment of recollection, as he backs himself up to the enormous stone altar and slinks down, almost in the fetal position, racking his brain, as you all have free movement of your limbs once more.
I'm still covered in monster guts. Ew. Ew. Help. You just see her, like, she's, like, trying to, like, shake it off, but, like, obviously, it's in her hair, it's, like, everywhere, it's just, like, guts.
Aasria looks at the heart, but hears Z and just pulls the stone out of her pocket and hands it to Z.
Thank you. She's gonna, like, snatch it real quick and just, like, what, you just pass it over your body, or?
So when you squeeze it, it just cleans 5 feet at a time.
As you give that a squeeze, your hair that was nearly dyed red from this guts and blood returns to its blonde, poofy, and dry, as the rest of these sinew and organs and leftover body parts are washed clean from your armor.
That was Walter. We all know that, right? That was the child that they were looking for. Where were the parents in all this? They must have been a part of the cult. They must have created this.
They could have been one of the ones that were in the black cloaks. I honestly could not tell you perfectly, though.
And that man, Strahd von Zarovich.
That's the one we read in the letter before, correct?
Right. How come you could move, Tannis?
I don't. He said it was because I was too stupid.
Oh, that makes sense. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, we should move on. We've got other things to do. So let's do that.
Is Tannis sitting down?
At this moment, yes.
Theren will go over to where he is and just kind of plop down next to him. If time is needed, take it.
No, thank you. Just weird. Just a weird turn of phrase. Weird day for everyone. And then he's gonna just try and scramble to his feet, and he's gonna very awkwardly pat Theren on the shoulder as if trying to reassure, sort of that brotherly clasp on the shoulder, but it's too hard. And I think with it being the right hand, you might feel that it's not entirely a flesh hand. There's a solid amount of metal that reverberates through your shoulder. He's going to stand up and look around. Right. Zielle, I'm sorry. I was going to. Are you okay? Are you?
Yeah. As okay as somebody who is just in the flesh of a dying child in pain could be.
Right. Aasria, what was... I've never seen you do anything like that. Are you okay? You seem rather good at this.
Zielle needed help, and adrenaline took over.
Well, you killed him. And that was perfect. That's what we needed. You saved us.
Yep. I killed him.
Theron's going to stand up and walk over to Aasria. As Aasria's looking down at the heart, he'll just put his hand on her shoulder and then the other one on the heart. Push it down towards the ground. You did what needed to be done, and that's all that matters. We're all here now.
You freed him. You freed his spirit.
Ozzy, I heard him when I was inside there. He was in so much pain. You helped him. He needed to be freed.
Yeah, we did it.
What's done is done.
Let's go.
We go together.
As you all steel yourselves once more, I would love for you all to level up to level 3.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
It will count as a long rest as you make your way out of the ritual room. With Walter put to rest, as well as Rose and Thorn, are y'all going back up to the other floor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll keep walking.
Are you making a beeline out of the house, or are you traversing this basement area?
Was there any areas we didn't go through? I feel like we checked out most.
There were hallways we didn't go down.
There were 2 hallways. You guys have not gone north or east from this point.
We should check it out while we're here.
On the way out.
Tannis is beelining it out of the house.
So is Aasria.
I'll stay with Z. Just see her interest in checking out the basement. I'll stay with you.
Okay. East Hall it is.
Tannis and Aasria. Aasria, being able to see, leads Tannis back through towards the crypts, up the spiral staircase, and back down through the Durst family manor. As they make their way towards the exit, we are going to move to Zielle and Theren. Zielle and Theren, you guys are walking down the easternmost hallway of the basement, and you get to a smaller room tucked away through this hallway with a chandelier suspended above a table in the middle of the room. There are 2 high-backed chairs that flank the table with an empty clay jug and 2 clay flagons atop it. Iron candlesticks stand in 2 corners, their candles long since melted away. Heading down a small hallway, there's a door to your south as you enter into almost a more personal dining hall.
Suppose the parents might have dined here?
Could be.
Well, onwards then, I guess.
As you enter a quarters of sorts. This room is rather noble looking for being in this dark, dingy dungeon. A large wood frame bed stands before you, filled with a rotted feather mattress and an ornate wardrobe to your left. At the foot of the bed is a wooden chest with windmills carved on either side.
The windmills.
Above the bed hangs a framed wedding portrait, and you recognize these 2 individuals from the painting upstairs, smiling yet stoic to commemorate their special day.
The happy couple.
Zielle, as you peer into this immaculate painting, is the one thing that seems to have stood the test of time in the forgotten depths of this cult dungeon. I need a wisdom saving throw.
No.
Oh my god.
Bro.
It's a 4!
Dude.
Oh,
You gotta start using real
God.
dice.
Okay, I'll use my real dice. Remind me next time.
Nay, you're stressing me.
I'm stressing me.
Zielle, your heart flutters as you see this painting of the happy couple, but it almost begins to melt before your eyes. The paint itself turns to liquid, as if it were fresh off the palette. and it begins to writhe and contort within the intricate golden frame as it begins to pool itself together. Colors begin to shift and mix with one another as the two beings are almost lost from your vision to a muddled gray brown. But as quickly as they pooled together, the colors stripped from this painting, they begin to separate once more. Like each color is being pulled from this central pool one at a time. The white begins to flow into a beautiful, high-neck, lace-covered dress, as the black takes the shape of a suit once more. But next, a copper color is pulled from this pool of paint. The copper slides across the canvas into position, taking the shape of two elves, adorned in these newly painted outfits.
Oh.
As the yellow comes next, and starts to resemble long, luscious, flowing hair on the female's body.
Mm-hmm.
All of these colors begin to separate from this pool all at once as you watch this painting fill in the slight minor details. The color of your eyes, shadows for your cheekbones, the sparkling jeweled accessories adorning each and every inch of your body. The color of the lipstick you were to wear on that fateful day. And as these colors are pulled from this central color, the only thing that remains is red. So much red. As it splatters across the other elf's suit, across your face, 1, 2, 3, 17 stab wounds are painted over the man's suit, covering his torso as they quickly dry and crust over, yet you both remain smiling. You finally blink, and you see the Durst family once more.
I'm tearing it off the wall. I would like to destroy it. So if she has to bang the frame, rip the portrait, whatever she has to do to make it stop.
Theren, as you go for the chest, you're opening it and lifting it up. You see Zielle, almost in a rage, jump onto the bed and rip the painting from its frame, smashing the wooden, golden, intricate frame on the bedside table as this painting is ripped to shreds in front of you.
Instantly seeing that, I'm gonna shut the chest in front of me and just go over to Z and try to calm her as she's in the middle of doing this.
What? I need to get rid of it.
It's not real. Believe me.
But what if it is?
I promise you. You saw what happened to me. You saw nothing was real. I'm telling you now. Leave it.
Theren.
It's not there. This place, it brings out the worst in you. I don't know what you saw. I don't know what happened. But I'm telling you now. There's nothing there.
What did you see?
That's a story for later. But we can talk when we have time. For now, we need to make it back to the others. Let's search here and head out. We'll have a talk, I promise.
It's okay. Either way, I don't know if I'm ready to share mine either, so thank you.
Don't let this place get to you.
Just got eaten by a monster and threatened by a very powerful, scary magic man. What's to get to me, right?
Right.
Haha. What's in that chest over there?
Right. And I'll go back and open the chest.
Theren, you kick open the footlocker once more. You find a folded cloak of protection. This is a magic item that gives you a +1 bonus to your AC and all saving throws to whoever wears this cloak. You also find 4 potions of healing, a chain shirt, a mess kit, a flask of alchemist's fire, and a set of thieves' tools.
Immediately seeing the cloak, Theren will pick it up, trying to comfort Zielle more, put it on her.
Oh.
What color is it?
Roll me a d20.
What color is
Are
it?
you
Oh.
Oh my god.
I had to know before my reaction.
If it's 15 or above, it's red.
Really? Wait, hold on. I'm rolling a real dice. Hold on. Where'd my real dice go? 15!
Yeah.
There you go. It is a near identical color match to the cloak draped over your shoulders right now.
Oh my goodness, Theren, how did you know this was my color?
Looks great.
Thank you. What else is in there?
Oh, and I'll just hand her everything.
Oh god. Inventory them in her mind and put them in the bag.
So as you guys make your way back out, finishing up in this quarters after a somewhat interesting encounter, we're going to move to Tannis and Aasria, who find themselves in the foyer.
I would like to stop into the room with the white wolf. I want to see if the white wolf is still there.
As you walk into the den, the door is closed. You don't remember closing it behind you. You creak it open. The cabinets are shut. The wolves were leaning against the wall the last time you saw them. They're standing upright and normal. No dire wolves. Plain old gray wolves. Small. Runts. Everything's back to the way it was.
In that case, yeah, let's leave the house.
And as you exit the Durst family manor, you finally get a breath of fresh air. For what seems like eternity, you've been under the weight of this cult. And finally exiting feels so refreshing. And you open the door to no mist. Sure, there's some in the sky, as usual. Some out in the forest. But not from what you remember looking down from at the library. There are no kids in the trees. But there are people around. Lights in the window, small candles flickering about, wooden signs for stores creaking in the wind. And down the street, you hear an excited conversation between a man and a small, frail old woman. The man stands about 6 feet, middle-aged, with short black hair in ratty commoner's clothes. He's holding what looks like a pie that was given to him by the old woman. Thank you, Mima. I'll bring him by later, I promise. Before he scurries off excitedly. And the old woman goes back to pulling a small wooden cart filled with an assortment of pies, a jingling coin purse at her hip. She's hunched over at about 4'10", draped in a light pink dress, with a dark brown fur coat hanging over her shoulders to keep her warm. She has long white hair that is tied back into a bun, and an incredibly wrinkly face adorned with a warm smile. Hello there. No one's lived here in quite some time. Who are you?
We don't live here.
Right, we don't.
You're going to have to speak up. I'm so sorry.
So, right, so sorry. No, we don't live here.
Oh. You guys are just doing a little beanie then. Okay. I see you.
No.
Look, it's none of my business. That's fine.
No, it's no.
No, we were looking for children.
Children in that house?
Listen, what I'm going to say is not going to sound believable, maybe, but it's true. You can believe that or not. But when we arrived at this house, there were at least the visage of 2 children outside, one of which held a rag doll with 2 very large button eyes.
Aasria
they were named Rose.
is gonna stop him and put a paw on his shoulder and just shake her head.
Right. He'll just cross his arms and stand back.
It was a game. We're babysitting.
Oh, hide and seek. I played that a bunch when I was little. Ugh, I miss it. You look like you've been through quite a bit recently. Just a lot of running around, or too much dealing with the youngsters?
You could say that. Could you let us know where we are? We were playing... And Aasria, you can tell she doesn't lie. Her ears are, twitching. We were playing in the countryside, and it led us here.
That is much too dangerous. You should not be doing that, especially with children. But you've arrived in the village of Barovia. Listen, if you're far away from home, please let me offer you a pie or something. You guys look like you need some sort of food, especially if there are children about, please. First one's on me. I have a whole assortment. It's depending on flavor, of course, if whatever you would like.
Whatever you think is good.
It depends. I've got some scrumptious maple walnut pies, hearty pie with a potato base or some meat pies. You, young man, you could use that. Put some meat on those bones.
Yeah.
We'll take one.
Of course, of course. And she will hand you a pie. One of the maple walnut pies.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to share it when you have your children about. Good luck finding them. I hope they have stayed within the city limits. God, I hope.
I'm sure they're fine.
Well, if you need a place to rest, we have an inn in town, a little tavern. It's not much, but it's a bit.
Any hospitality is good.
Just head down the street. Blood on the Vine Tavern.
Thank you.
Just please be safe.
We will. Please take care.
Thank you. My name is Meemaw. I hope I see you around soon.
Thank you. My name is, Aasria.
All right, well, I've got customers. She begins rolling her cart away. It was a pleasure.
As soon as she's out of sight, Aasria is gonna move the pie behind her back and just crush it and drop it.
As we hear the door swing open, and Zielle and Theren, you come outside to the back of Aasria and a pie.
Crushing it.
She's got her hands behind her back, and you emerge to see the clenched fist through this crumbly crust.
Wait, Ozzy, honey, you're squishing it. I think Zielle thinks that you're doing this by accident, because the idea of you actually putting your hands, like, in food like that on purpose seems not like Aasria.
Tannis is going to not fully turn around, but like half turn it, throw up one finger as if to try and stop the attempt to stop Aasria from smashing the pie.
Okay.
Sorry, Tannis. I don't think we should eat the food here.
No, it's fine. That's fine. Did you find anything in your search of the house, Zielle and Theren?
Yeah, we found, this chain shirt and... Oh, look! Theren gave me this new cloak. Isn't it lovely? And she'll, like, do a little spin in it. And then when nobody says anything, she'll continue on. And some healing potions. Here, each of you should take one. And she'll give each of the three of you a healing potion, so add that to your inventory. Some other things we might need on the road, like a mess kit.
Aasria's gonna hand hers to Tannis. I have one already.
Tannis is going to take it. Thank you. Okay, so, and he's going to fully turn to face Zielle and Theren. Now, I think noticeably Tannis's face lacks expression at this point. There's not the, like, normal, like, broody eyebrows, and there's not anything else either. It's just very blank business-like as he turns back to face you. When he says, right, so clearly we've exited the house, and we are now in some version of this town, whether it's the history of the town when it was alive, or maybe it is the present of this town. And the house, when we entered, was in some other... It doesn't matter what it means. There are people here. We should ask questions. See if anyone around here knows anything about Strahd, or the people that own this house. Meemaw, who we just saw, gave us a pie. She said no one's lived in this house for a long time, which leaves me with a lot of questions. Now you're up to speed.
Okay, we do need more information, but I think we also need to be careful when asking about someone as powerful as this man possibly is. It seems like he may be a tormentor of these people, but he also may control them. We don't know.
Agreed.
Maybe we should ask about the Burgomaster? He seemed to be an important person who is not evil, maybe. Or his daughter, Irina. She might be the lover that Strahd spoke of.
Could be. We might have our best chance if we head to the church. Seems that is still operational at this point. If we think there's another point of interest, there is also a tavern. Here we can cover that in a group of two, if we think that covering more ground is more important.
My main concern right now is, where did these people come from? Where did the fog go? Why are things so much more lively?
No idea.
What occurred out here?
I don't think that's a question these people are going to be able to answer. Unless you have some sort of lead that I don't, I think we're just going to have to roll with the punches, Theren.
We saw a lot of things in that house that weren't real, right, Theren? Maybe not even Strahd's real. I mean, who knows? We should proceed with caution, but...
Strahd's real.
What do you mean?
That felt a little too real to me.
Okay, so the church, do we think that the tavern is worth investigation, or do we think that that is something we should skip?
I think with the myths about, it's best that we stick together. For now. We can go to the tavern, but I think we should do it all as a group, in my opinion.
I'm a little, done with religion right now.
Tell you what, how about me and Aasria go to the tavern, and you and Theren go to the church? Maybe you'll find another cloak.
I already have a cloak.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hadn't noticed.
Okay, we'll go to the church then.
Perfect. Aasria, tavern?
Tavern.
We meet back here in, 1 hour? Unless, of course, Your Excellence has another meeting spot.
Yeah, we'll meet you at the tavern after we're done. I'm hungry. She'll link arms with Theren, whisk him away.
You can kind of feel you're dragging Theren most of the way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Zielle and Theren get a head start down the cobblestone road towards the looming church off in the distance, as Tannis and Aasria follow slowly behind. Zielle and Theren, as you arrive at the church, it is atop a slight rise, a very small hill, a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously been weathered by the assaults of evil for centuries, is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against the weight. As you approach the heavy wooden doors of the church, these double doors are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire. However, you do hear a faint mumbling from inside. Coherent, but muddled through the door.
She'll look to Theren before she tries to open the door or anything. It's just a church. I mean, right? This is like my whole thing.
Theren says nothing and just draws his sword.
Just make sure it's somewhere you can conceal it quickly when there's just sweet, normal people inside, okay?
Gives a look to her, puts it back, but keeps a hand on it.
That's fine. It's good to be prepared. Just maybe a little less scary.
Gesture my hand towards the door.
As you push open these heavy wooden double doors, you reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall, leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. There are 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, leading to adjacent chambers. And you can see at the very end, the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Morning, Lord, please. Provide him strength, provide him courage, help him get through these times. Morning, Lord, please, provide him strength. As the prayer is interrupted by almost an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor.
Father, please, I'm starving.
I look at Theren, and also, does the person who's praying react? Like, is there any reaction?
Given you are some probably 50, 60 feet away, you can't make out too much of his body language. When the scream comes, you do see almost like a shudder, but the prayer continues.
Theren just kind of gives you that look of like, well, what do you want to do? And his eyes get a little bit brighter, and his hand on his sword just gets a little bit tighter on it.
Zielle point down where they heard the scream? The priest or whoever it is hasn't indicated that they've seen us.
Is he too focused on what's in front of him?
If he looked up, he would absolutely see you. He is sitting behind his altar, clutching a necklace around his neck, with his head lowered, mumbling this prayer over and over and over again. From here, you can't quite make out the exact words of the prayer, but it has not stopped since you entered the doors.
I do have one idea.
Oh no. Come on then.
Do you trust me?
Yes.
I will walk 25 feet forward so that I'm 30 feet from him, keeping my eyes on him the whole time, just waiting for him to look up at us.
Theren, as you get closer, and you are in the chapel now.
Does he notice us yet?
As you start to approach, yes, he would.
I will take the hand off the sword. I'm just going to kind of put my hand forward like, it's okay. You can trust us. With trust, I am casting Charm Person.
Ooh.
Spicy, Vince. Spicy.
Wisdom save. 13.
Ooh. That is a 22.
Inspiration, can I have him reroll?
Absolutely. I'll do that. And there you go. That's an 11. Theren, as you get closer, you enter the shambles that this chapel is in. There are overturned and broken pews scattered across the dusty floor. There are a bunch of candles and candelabras, both standing and knocked over, most lit just to try to escape any semblance of shadow in this main chapel hall. At the end of the church sits this cloth-scarred altar, and behind kneels this priest, clutching this symbol around his neck, lost in prayer. He has soiled vestments on, with a round face. There are heavy bags hanging under each eye, and white hair, or at least what's left of it. And next to him hangs a long, thin rope that stretches all the way up into the bell tower above, as he looks up at you from his prayer. Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't see you walk in. Is there anything I can do for you?
First, you can explain what is going on here.
Not from here, I take it.
Traveling through.
It's been quite some time since someone has came through those doors. Most people just assume the worst and have stayed away for a while. Not much of a place of worship anymore.
Clearly.
Sorry. Sorry. You know nothing of this place.
I do know you haven't taken the best care of this place.
Sadly, this isn't my doing. He locked himself in the basement.
The one screaming.
My son.
And why is he locked in the basement?
I hate going through this story again, but some time ago, Doru, my son, got in his mind that some wizard, strong, powerful, promised a new hope for Barovia.
Did he give a name to this said wizard?
Not that I can remember. But he was foolish and young and stupid. He went up with the wizard, a bunch of people from town, a bunch of people from the other villages. And God damn it, he tried to confront Strahd.
I'll look at Zielle and just lift an eyebrow like,
She lifts an eyebrow back.
You know, the others didn't make it back, but he sent Doru back. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm a holy man and he was trying to torment me, praying to the one thing that can hopefully get rid of this fucking mist. But Doru was bitten. He was never the same.
Bitten by who?
Who else?
The man himself, Strahd.
The devil himself.
Oh, I see. How long ago was this?
Few years. The change was slow, but he attacked one day. We finally got some sense into him and decided it was best if he be locked away, so he could not harm anyone or feed on anyone else.
So he's fed once before.
Not that we know of. At least anyone who had been fed on is probably gone by now. But it was one day. It was a flip of a switch. We don't know what happened. Tore the place to shreds, and luckily we outnumbered him.
Would it not be kinder to show him the light of your morning lord instead of keeping him trapped?
I pray every day and every night. From the moment I wake up till the second my head hits the pillow, if it even does. I know someday the morning lord will grant my wishes. I've been faithful to him for as long as I can remember. A priest all my life. He has to change Doru, and I know he can, and that's why he's down there. There's hope. There's hope.
hope.
Sorry, perhaps I meant this a little more literally. I meant keeping him a prisoner for possibly decades and risking your safety, the people around you. I meant vampires cannot be in the sunlight, right? That's what the legends say.
Are you insinuating that I kill my son?
I'm insinuating that you free your son.
And do tell me where I can find sunlight.
Well, sorry, I didn't realize that was the weather in Barovia. Are there not other ways to help his kind?
I'm helping him the best I can by keeping him down there, keeping the rest of the village safe, and ensuring that he has a chance.
Chance at what? Suffering for the rest of eternity. What is he going to do down there other than sit and starve and have nothing to his name?
That's it. Until he can be redeemed, and he's given his second chance.
Pray, tell me, how is that going to happen?
You just said it. Prayer.
Your Lord that you pray to daily for how many years now? And he's done what? Nothing.
Theren, don't discount his faith. Gods take their own time as needed.
God's my ass.
Perhaps we could talk to him through the door. Is he able to communicate still? We might ask him some questions, if he can.
You can try, but you will not go down there. You have to promise me that no harm will be done to him. Not a finger will be laid upon Doru, no sword to be drawn, no magic to be cast. I promise you don't want this fight, and I'm not talking about me.
Of course, we're not going to be in the room with him, so it won't even be an issue.
Fine.
We might be able to help other people if we know a little more about his condition.
If you must. He stands up from behind the altar. He walks you down the hall. He opens one of the 4 doors to reveal a shoddy old bedroom. It's dirty and lightless. There's a wooden bed with a straw mattress. Mounted above the headboard is a wooden holy symbol of a rising sun. And with that, we're going to jump over to the other two. Aasria and Tannis. Walking down these cobblestone streets, you hear the signs swinging for local shops on their creaky hinges. People pass you but look away with their heads down. As you approach what you can assume to be the tavern, a 2-story building with a sign out front that you can see has been somewhat tampered with. It should be Blood of the Vine, but they've crossed out the F and wrote an N scratched over it. You can see it's grown quite shoddy over the years. What would you like to do?
So, maybe you lead the conversations?
I can, but I thought, you own a tavern, so you could probably talk to whoever owns this tavern was kind of...
I can definitely do that. I just feel like you're more of a people person. She's like very shakily making a joking face.
Tannis will just let out that, chuckle and then frown, waiting for the moment that you continue speaking, but this time with the truth.
I think after the events in the house, I might not be the most well-suited for conversation. I'm just worried.
Worried about what?
That I won't be of help.
Worried that you won't be of help, but why? Because you killed something?
Like, this isn't normal for me. I don't go around just killing monster ghost children.
Tannis is going to furrow his brow for a second and take a breath, realizing maybe he had been a little bit too fine, for lack of a better word, about everything that just went down. Okay, yeah, I'll talk, and then you can...
I'll help talk.
Great, perfect, so I'll talk and then you will help talk. He's going to look at this sign, look back. That doesn't really bode well for us, does it?
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, if you can't name your establishment right the first time, I don't know what to say about your business practices.
Well, no, I don't think the owner did that. I imagine someone else did.
Oh, like vandalism.
Right. That would be my guess. Yes, vandalism.
Do you think they're not very good?
You know what? Let's just go inside and talk, and then we can see. Maybe it is that they're not very good and someone vandalized because of their poor performance. That could be.
Well, I think the two of us, we can talk really good, so this will go really good.
I think we're good at it. I do think so. Yeah, I think we're... Tannis, for just a moment, is going to, like, put his face in his hands, sigh really loudly. All right, let's just do it. And I'm going to walk straight into the tavern, immediately try and get a gauge for who's at least running the place. If there's not an owner present, if there's, like, a bartender or somebody who would be in charge.
As you creak open this shoddy wooden door, you see a blazing fire in the hearth that gives at least some semblance of warmth to the very few huddled souls that embody this tavern currently. They include the barkeep on the very opposite end of the inn. There are 3 patrons sitting together near the entrance off to your left, and a blonde-haired man sitting by his lonesome at a corner table. He's leaning real far back in his chair, almost lounging as he sips his wine. But the loner takes note of you all, and out of excitement, or maybe even desperation, launches up and spits out his wine. Holy shit! Get over here!
Gods!
New faces! Are you serious?
Aasria's gonna give Tannis a look.
Tannis is in, like, full fight or flight mode, hands slightly raised. I don't, who are you? What?
Hi, sorry, I'm so sorry. Wobbly sets the glass on the table. Hello, welcome. Please, can I get you anything? Wine, food, it's on me. What can I get you, please? Eric, 2 glasses of wine, please.
Are you running this place?
Abso-fucking-lutely not. You think you'd catch me running this place? No. Hi, I'm Ismark. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to see new faces. It's a sigh of relief, actually. I didn't mean to come on strong. I'm so sorry.
You did a little.
A tiny bit.
The spitting out the wine.
Is that gonna be cleaned?
I'm sure Eric will take care of it.
Sorry, so Eric runs this place and you just give him jobs to do?
If that's what you call paying for drinks, I guess.
Aasria, I don't think this is his, but I think he just is a customer. I don't think he owns the place.
But he just spat and he's not gonna try and... He's just gonna leave that?
Ismark, just give us one moment. We're gonna have a side conversation. We'll be right back.
Take your time. I'll go grab your wine. I'll meet you right back at my table, okay?
Great, Ismark, thank you.
Just to give you a description of Ismark, this is a human male. He is mid-20s with a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. He has a larger nose and dark, black, thick eyebrows. He has long blonde hair that is flowing, curtaining his quite handsome face. The man wears a white button-up shirt, only buttoned about halfway. I don't have a type.
Neither do we.
Smart. What's up, bro?
Revealing scarce but dark chest hair. He has his sleeves all the way rolled up to his elbow with a pair of black suspenders that sit atop his shoulders.
Okay, look, I know that they are not running this place, whoever owns it, like you would run it. We have to stay focused, right? We want information. We have questions that need to be answered that don't, unfortunately, include who cleans the messes, how often they wash their hands, what their baking practices look like, the recipe book, none of that. We have to stay focused, okay?
Okay, what if I can't focus on anything else?
You have to. There's no other option. Because if we get bogged down, and worse, if we make them upset and they stop answering our questions, we hit a dead end. And this is maybe the only place we can get information. And Aasria, please look at me. I need information right now. Okay?
Maybe I go talk to someone else because that really is going to bother me.
Tannis, for a moment, his eyes flick to the ground as he realizes he's about to be in a fully realized conversation by himself. Fine. You know what? Fine. If you have to go talk to someone else, go. Okay?
No, you... I didn't mean to make you... You know what? I'll do it. And Aasria's gonna take the stone and clean it off the ground. Does not wait for Tannis.
Aasria heads over, squeezes that stone, that little glint of light shining as it begins, taking away the wine stains off the walls, off of the silverware, off of the floor, and the wooden stools.
Oh god, it's so messy in here.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Can you focus?
I can sit at least.
Tannis winces as he realizes how painful this is going to continue to be. Sitting is good. Maybe you take Ismark's seat and you close your eyes and you focus on something else. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, I'll take his seat.
You race Ismark back to the table, steal his seat.
Ismark, did you have that wine? He's trying his best to appear friendly, but it's like the smile is kind of crooked, and it is clearly not a familiar emotional place for him to be.
You see him turn around, raises 2 glasses in the air. Got it, coming. As he makes his way over, he sets both of them down. You know, that's usually my chair, but all right, you're new. I'll let you have it. That's fine.
Sorry, she's been through a lot. It's been quite a day. I apologize.
It's okay. I'm just happy to see you.
Down the entire glass of wine in one go, and then set it back down. So, Ismark, I'm sure that it seems like you have your own questions, but we also have questions about this place.
I would assume so.
Yeah. What's going on here?
I need a lot more detail than that. Be a little more specific, come on.
Sure, you're right. That's on me. Okay, when we arrived to this town, it was empty and abandoned, and there was no one here. And we went into a house at the behest of what we thought were 2 children. There was madness in there, and we came back out. Suddenly the town was populated. We have very sporadic details. A lot of it centers around some sort of monstrous figure named Strahd.
Oh, you might want to keep it down. Not that loud.
Tannis looks around, seeing if anybody's reacted.
Listen, I know there's not a lot of people in here, but we try to keep his name out of the air.
Okay, so people don't like him?
I mean, people in village dwellings like this, absolutely not. He's just here to terrorize people. People think that if you say his name, it's almost like a welcome. Bad omen.
I see. Well, then, the monstrous figure who shall remain nameless, that's the only clue we have as it's to any indication as to what is going on here. There's a mist that seems to be set about the place. There are unexplainable happenstances. Is this your experience as well?
Welcome to Barovia. There's no leaving, and this is what you have to look forward to for the rest of your life.
What do you mean no leaving?
Oh, you can't leave. The mist just takes you right back in. Where you think you walk out, that's where you come back.
So you're sure there's no way to leave?
Not that I know of. People have been trying for centuries now.
Aasria's also gonna just drink her wine, hearing this news in one go. You know, I think I'm gonna go get another drink, maybe. Do either of you want anything?
Just get me one, please. They're just as full as they'll do.
Tell them it's on me, please.
Okay.
Ismark, I know you don't want to say his name. I respect that. I get it. But I do need to know, have you encountered this figure before?
Luckily not personally. But my sister has. That's why I was so excited to see you.
I see. What do you mean?
For some reason, Strahd has taken a liking to Irina. I don't know why. I don't know for what purpose or how he even found her. But I need to keep her safe. And Barovia, at least this village, is not it. I know of a town. It's a bargain and a gamble, but no one will even come near her. I just want to get her to safety, and I'll pay you. I don't care. I can't leave. But no one's brave enough to do it.
Where is she now?
Back at the house, looking over our father. He sadly passed away 3 days back. That's why I'm in here. We've been, taking shifts.
I see.
Something to relieve the pain, you know?
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I do know how you feel. Seems like it's just tragedy after tragedy in this place. Right, okay. Well, we will at least talk to your sister and see what the situation is and in what way we can help. Tannis, who has sort of reached the end of his social capacity, is going to look back and see where Aasria is at with these drinks.
I'm at the bar top, waiting to see if anyone comes to offer service. Very judgmentally the longer it takes.
There is a man that has been standing there the entire time that you've been at the bar. However, he does not address you. He is simply mindlessly cleaning a glass, one after another. The second he finishes cleaning all of them, he picks it up and starts on over. Did you need something?
Yeah, what's the strongest thing you carry?
Just the wine. Just the wine.
What's the biggest glass you have?
Pitcher.
Can I get 2?
Goes back, fills those bad boys up, turns around, sets them on the bar top. Lil splashes out, given the amount of liquid inside these. Picks up a glass and starts cleaning it again.
Can I ask, what's the general thing that guy has got going on? And I kind of turn toward Tannis and wave my hand at the blonde-haired man.
Oh, that's the lesser. No one really talks to him. His dad ran the place.
Sorry, the what?
Oh, we call him Eastmark the Lesser. He's just always trying to live up to his dad, but I guess he's dead now, so...
Oh, wouldn't that make him not the lesser?
To some.
What was his dad like?
He takes no note of you. Very disinterested in continuing this conversation.
Thank you for the... It, struggles to come out of her mouth. Service. And she's gonna walk back with the pitchers of wine.
Tannis is going to very quickly take the pitcher and just take a really long drink out of it before setting it down and then trying his best to whisper. How did it go? Did he say anything? Did you learn anything? What happened?
Apparently he's called Eastmark the Lesser. 'Cause he's not as good as his dad, I think, is what they were saying.
That feels mean.
Yeah.
His dad died. Did they tell you that too?
Yeah. He's dead. Yeah.
Right, I just heard that, yeah. And his sister is Irina. Looks around. The person we're not supposed to say the name of. They have a connection.
Oh, and she puts her 2 hands in face shapes, kissing.
Dan's just nodding. I think so, yeah. And then he similarly does. Right, yes.
I am gonna turn to Eastmark really fast. While we're still having the sidebar, though, is gonna pull out, whatever pastry is at the top. I'm sorry your dad died. I heard that he was great. And slides the pastry at him.
Oh.
Those are good.
That's so sweet of you. Thank you. I haven't had food like this.
Those are really good.
We don't have stuff like this.
She runs a tavern, actually. Aasria runs a tavern. So if you ever need any advice about tavern running, I think at this point it's starting to become a little bit more clear that Tannis has had too much wine. Aasria's tavern is one of the best. It's actually the best. I don't think there's ever been a tavern run quite that well.
Listen, I mean, I don't run this place, but I'll keep that in mind. Maybe she should start a tavern here because we don't have stuff like this here. The best we got is those pies that Mima comes around with.
I mean, I'm gonna be really honest. I kind of would rather die than stay here.
Oh, you'll probably do both, so...
Aasria is also getting very rosy-faced, too. But I'm gonna be really honest. I mean, if you don't want to keep being called the Lesser, you might want to do something good.
It's true. Sometimes you have to just break free. You know what I'm saying? You can't just allow, you have to forge your own path. Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes being the younger or less good sibling makes it very hard.
Yeah, being the younger sibling, no, that's important actually. They treat you like you're not as good because you're younger, but it's not true.
Tannis, are you a younger sibling?
Ismark is leaned back now.
No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm lying to you. I am. But shush.
He is leaned back with an eyebrow cocked, almost like a very blank stare at this point. He had such high hopes for the individuals that walked in, and it's slowly draining the longer this conversation continues. I mean, I just told you I have a sister. It's my dad. I'm assuming you found that out from Eric. Eric would have told you that that's why. He's a blabbermouth, don't you think?
Yeah, he shouldn't be talking about people's business like that. And calling you the lesser is really rude.
Don't tell me, tell everyone else.
You should fight him.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You should fight him. No, you should fight him, actually.
I can. I run this place. I have to at least uphold something.
I pull out my crossbow and hand it. I'm like offering him my crossbow. You should try to fight him. I think that's maybe one of the best ways you can prove to him that you're not the lesser.
All right, okay. We're gonna put these away now.
Tannis is a really good fighter. You could hire him to fight.
I'm trying to.
Wait, I said I was going to help. Aasria, I said we were going to help. I said, I didn't tell you. We're going to help. We're going to go talk to Irina because she's in trouble.
The girl in the letter.
Yes.
Oh.
But shh, we haven't. You can't say that too loud.
Oh, okay, shh. Okay.
Ismark, would you?
No, don't continue that. We're gonna go. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. I'm taking you to Irina. I'm taking you away from people. That's for sure.
Oh, she's with you.
She's back at the home. Yes.
Oh, in the letter it sounds like she's not with you.
What do you mean?
Are you the burgomaster?
Shit, technically, yeah. Now.
Oh, so you're the one we got the letter from.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
I'm going to grab Aasria by the shoulders, which is reaching up for me quite a bit. We're going to sidebar again. Shush. I think there's weirdness going on with time. I think time is wrong right now.
That's why the kids died, and then there were people.
Right? And there were people. That's exactly what I was thinking, and everything's wrong right now, so it's fine. We have this conversation.
Ismark takes both of you by the hand. You can continue this conversation as he's dragging you both out of the inn.
I feel so bad for Ismark. He's trying so hard to be mature, and he's got these two just absolute lunatics that are having this horrifying conversation. Like, his only hope comes in, and it's just two drunkards that are like, time is wrong.
He begins dragging you to a weary-looking mansion that squats just behind a rusting iron fence. The gates are twisted and torn, some parts knocked over. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats as you guys open up. It swings back and forth. There are weeds lining the grounds, and they press up against the walls of this, I guess you could say, mansion. It's 2 stories tall, quite wide. You can see probably 2 to 3 rooms on either side. But against the walls, the weeds and the growth almost look to be trampled, stomped on, flattened as you get closer. And there are heavy claw marks that have stripped the once beautiful finish of these outer walls. There are char marks that tell of a fire that could have assailed the mansion at some point. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any of these windows. They are now completely boarded up with planks. As Ismark drags you up the small walkway, lets go of Tannis's hand, and you hear 3 loud bangs as a trap door in the church is revealed from underneath a rug. It's peaceful for a second, it's quiet, until you slowly hear footsteps ascending wooden stairs from underneath. Yes, Father, you rang? There are some people who would like to speak with you. I'm going to leave you with them, and I'm going to pray. If anything happens, call for me. Of course, thank you. Hello? As the priest leaves the room, continues back down the hallway to his altar, and you can hear the mumbling of prayer start up from outside the room.
Is the door locked?
It is indeed.
Can we see through it? Through the door? Is there like bars or like a little window or anything? Or is it just a solid door?
It is a completely wooden plank that rests on the floor.
Oh.
So you almost have to kneel down, and he is speaking up at you through this door.
Right.
Almost like a hatch in the floor.
Hello, Doru.
Hi. It's nice to talk to someone else.
Sounds like you've had a rough go of it.
You could say that. It's my own fault, but we're hopeful.
What can you tell us about vampires?
I don't know too much other than the things I've heard about Strahd and what's happened to myself. I don't know if that would be of any assistance.
Yes, of course. We want to help. And she's gonna look at there and give him a little side eye as she says that. We are no friends of Strahd, if you catch my meaning.
Oh, thank the gods. No one should be.
What can you tell us?
I marched against him years ago. At least that's what it seems like. For all I know, it could be yesterday, but it feels like an eternity. Me and some other villagers were brought up with a wizard. He wore black robes, he was from here, and... Well, he came here, no. He came here from far away. I don't know where. He said he could put an end to it. And we believed him. We marched the castle, and... Not even Strahd. Most were just his henchmen. Slaughtered all of us before we even got across the bridge. But Strahd came to me. I know he came to me. I remember the hunger in his eyes. After that, I don't know. I blacked out, everything went dark, and I ended up back here at the father's door. And then I just went about my life, helping Dad with the church and keeping this place in order, and one day it just snapped.
And what became of the wizard?
I don't know. I know he didn't succeed.
You saw everyone slayed. Everyone but yourself.
I mean, every one of the villagers, he was much stronger than I was.
Well, why are you still here? Why did he pick you? What do you offer to him that the others couldn't?
A game. A conflict with faith.
Because of your father.
Yes, I wore my holy symbol up there, and he must have saw. Strahd sees everything. There must be a reason he put me right back here in front of the door. Just to torment and torture those who stood against him, I guess. Prayed for his downfall, you know?
So nothing but a game. He's made a mockery of you.
It's embarrassing as all hells.
You know you don't deserve this, Doru, right? He's just an evil person.
I know. It's just hard to think of how long I'll be down here and just the constant pain and hunger. I just want blood and I don't want it, but I crave it.
Doru, how long have you been here? Do you have any clue, any inkling of how many days, years you've been stuck here, begging your father?
I was 20 when I stormed the castle. I don't know if I've aged. I can't see myself anymore.
Do you remember your father's age?
He was old. He's always been old, though. His hair was graying. Slumped over as ever.
What can we do to defeat Strahd? What strengths do we have against his minions? How can we help you? All of you.
Don't worry about me. But if you can help the rest of Barovia, that would mean the world. Do what I couldn't.
How do we do it? Does he have any weaknesses? Where do we go, even?
If I knew, I wouldn't be down here, would I?
I suppose that's true.
And you're okay with just being stuck in this pit. You accept this fate.
Well, obviously it's not what I would prefer. Every second is torment. Waking agony.
Why live through it then? Why suffer for eternity?
Because I have faith. And in a world like this, when the sun is gone, the only thing you can pray for is a sunrise.
Your God will come for you. He brought us here after all, and we're going to change things. Can I ask, what happens when you drink blood? Do you know?
I've never done it. I just know my mouth tastes like iron all the time. And God, I want it. It's weird craving something that you've never had before. Yet the taste is so familiar.
Hey, do you remember... Obviously, Strahd made you like him, right? Was that just... Does a bite do that on its own? Did he do something else? Do you remember any of it?
That's my guess. He came at me with fangs bared, a deep hunger in his eyes. I don't remember anything past that. That's why I don't want to feed on anyone. I don't want to risk them turning into what I have to deal with.
We're going to fix things.
Hmm.
Sorry, we can't help more than that.
We could.
We don't even know how to dispose of a vampire, do we? What if he kills us?
I've disposed of worse, as he puts his hand on the sword hilt.
We can't risk it, not when this is maybe the one vampire that's good.
He's stuck in a hole. What makes him good?
I mean, his soul, his spirit, his hope. His hope is what makes him good. He's still hoping for better for those around him.
If he wasn't locked in this, he would have no hope.
He would have no control. That's not his fault.
There's no controlling this sickness. There's no stopping it. It's with him for eternity.
Who's to say that getting rid of Strahd doesn't free them all, anyone he's turned?
Listen, if he wants to live a life of nothing but torture, he can do it. I don't care.
It's different when you have hope. You feel the pain, but it's not the same when you have something to hope for still. Like he does.
He can hope all he wants. I see no hope coming for him, though.
I have nothing to leave him with. Except a promise. We'll come back, Doris.
Please do good. Don't forget about me down here.
You want to wait, right?
At least for now. I like to think that I'm strong.
You are.
I may be stupid, but I'm strong.
That matters more.
You hear a small chuckle from underneath. You know, in a world filled with mist and gray, thank you for giving me a little bit of light.
I hope there's a lot more to come. She'll stand up, kind of sadly but resolutely from the trapdoor. Look over at Theren, still stanced up.
Theron's just got a stern look on his face. Just disappointment.
You'll get your chance with the vampires, it seems like.
It's not that.
Well then.
How can you do this to your child? How do you let your child live a life of torment? How can you live with that?
What if there is an end? We don't know. Isn't it better to hope for your child than to give up on them?
What if hope doesn't succeed? Has it ever for you?
Of course. It's hard to see the sun when it isn't there, but it doesn't mean it isn't there.
Either way, there's no respect found for that man out there, and he points towards the father.
I don't think you can judge someone in such a tough position unless you've been in it yourself. It's easy to say what you would do when it's not you who has to do it.
He grasps onto his sword a little bit tighter. There's more to me than you know. You don't know everyone's burden.
I wouldn't presume to, but I will not judge you either until I know. I don't think I would then either. And I'm sorry for what it's worth. Whatever it is that made you give up on hope. She'll offer her hand to help him up from the trapdoor.
He'll take it.
As you guys leave Doru with a promise, you hear the mumbling prayer of the priest echoing through the chapel as the double doors slam behind you and you enter back into the village of Barovia, seeing your two friends being dragged by a man up to a house. And for today, that's a wrap.
I want to do things.
Yes.
Let me at him.
I want to do things.
Listen, you can fight our drunk friends, okay? Don't fight the poor guy in the basement.
The two halves of this RP were insane.
Thank you all so much for listening. There's plenty more Nocturne to come. Good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.